Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Shri Geeta MATRE Namaha. Om Shri Vedavyasa Sadgurave Namaha. Samasta Guru Paramparaye Namo Namaha. Om Shri Bharata Matre Namaha. Om Tatra Suryo Bhati na Chandra Tarakam Nema Vidyato Bhanti Kuto Yamagnihi Tameva Bhantamanubhati Sarvam Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. Om Shri Vishnu Narayanaya Vitmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय, वेदव्यास भगवान की जय, गीता माता की जय, सद्गुरु परंपरा की जय, सनातन धर्म की जय. ओम ओम ओम. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीव्यास शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीव्यास शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीव्यास शरणं मम. ॐ श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम. ॐ श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम. ॐ श्री सद्गुरु शरणं मम. ॐ श्री गीता शरणं मम. ॐ श्री गीता शरणं मम. ॐ श्री गीता शरणं मम. Saluting the Lord Krishna, Geeta Mata, Bhagavan Vyasa, to the Gurus, we welcome you all, dear youngsters. The beauty of the world is because of the youth who are like a blossoming and blossomed flowers add to all the beauty, dynamism of the entire world. And they deserve the love. And the love is not a love when there is no seva or service. So through this Aham Brahmasmi Chinmayam divine channel from today, 18th September 2022, with our attitude of service to the youth of our nation and entire globe between the age of 14 to 25, little here and there, a new topic project is taken up of empowering our youth for their own inner success and outer contribution, guiding them on few aspects of life based on SRIMATH Bhagavad Geeta. So our endeavor from today for around 108 days every day will be based on SRIMATH Bhagavad Geeta, the beautiful text given by Lord Krishna through Arjuna for all of us for succeeding in all our lives, inner and outer endeavors. So many secrets, so many of the beautiful thoughts ideas he has given. So, few of them we will try to understand and try to implement in our life for our own success and for our own contribution to the world. These are the addresses mainly for the youth, for the elders in a different context. We will develop the thought of Bhagavad Gita in a different way. So, in this series of 108 talks, today, the first day, the title is Learn the Secret of Success by learning how to integrate our own personality layers, learning this from the Bhagavad Gita Drushya or the scene. This is today's topic we are discussing for a short talk, maybe of 10 to 12 minutes, not more than that. So, before entering into the Gita Shastra and studying it rigorously, and thoroughly in a research oriented mood to learn so many sublime secrets, before entering into that, from the scene of Srimad Bhagavad Gita itself, for all of us, the secret of all successes we can learn. So simple, so direct it is. So what is that Gita scene? Srimad Bhagavad Gita scenery kya hai? So we can see here the Pandavas, here the Kauravas, and they are all assembled in the place called as Kurukshetra for a yuddha to win on each other. This is the whole scene. And between these two armies of Kauravas and Pandavas is the chariot driven by Lord Krishna, owned and seated by Arjuna for that yuddha. This is the whole scene. From itself, we can, if we are sincere and serious, cautious and conscious, and really willing, we can learn the art of entire secret for our success. So, we have explained it is a Kurukshetra, the place, it is a Yuddha, the battle. Here, the two sides are assembled army, one side the Pandavas, other the Kauravas, fighting each with each other, wanting to fight, war yet not yet started. This is one aspect. Second aspect, in between the arrayed army are Pandavas, the Krishna and Arjuna seated on the chariot. So, who is the owner of the chariot? Who has come to fight the war? It is Arjuna. Who is driving the chariot? Lord Krishna himself. And there is a chariot. And how Bhagavan Krishna is driving the chariot? Having the control over the reins which he is holding, through which he is controlling the horses which are pulling the chariot. So, again remember, the horses controlled through the reins by Lord Krishna as a driver or charioteer. And the chariot is being pulled by the horse. Who is seated there is Arjuna. Where is he? In between the war. And who have come to fight the war? The Kauravas as well as Pandavas. And what is the place? The Kurukshetra. This is the entire life of every one of us. Each of us are all the time the warriors have to fight the war for our own success in whatever the endeavors we choose, sacred and secular. So, in this scene itself, we can learn. First and foremost is what? It is Kurukshetra. It is a field of activity. The first secret of success is enter into the field of activity. लेकिन अब क्रिकेट ग्राउंड में गए ही नहीं और जीत हार का जिक्र होगा ही नहीं. So we have to be in the kshetra field of kuru the karma. The decision to enter into the field of activity is the first step of success. Point one. Second is what? You, the Pandavas, are with all your goodness and abilities are there. And yet you have to fight the war to win the war, because opposite to you, inside as well as outside, are the negative forces armed and arrayed, perhaps more in number than you. Pandav kitne? 5. Kaurav kitne? 100. And total Pandav Sena is how much? 7 Akshauhinis. Akshauni is a particular number of chariots, number of horses, number of elephants, number of the paidal chalne wale soldiers. A particular number is called as Akshauni. In today's world, it's like a battalion or a brigade. So 7 battalion brigade is Pandava, 11 are the Kaurava. So they are more. In the Pandava Paksha, yes, there, Drishtadyumna is there, Arjuna is there, Bhima is there, very powerful, definitely. But the other side are more powerful. Karna is more powerful than all Pandavas. Dronacharya, straight away the Guru himself of the Pandavas. And this Bhishmacharya is the one who's got Ichha Mrityu. He can't die unless he himself chooses to die. And the Krupacharya, so many others. So the opposition to me are more powerful in strength and number. And I am with less powers with myself. Clear? So the field of the work I have to go. And always when I am in the field of activity to succeed, I must have my own good qualities, which is not enough. I must have all the strengths to combat and eliminate the negative qualities also, inner and outer, represented by the Kauravas there, for my success to get the Rajya Lakshmi there. They are all fighting for the Rajyam, the kingdom of the Indraprastha, the Hastinapura there. That Indraprastha Hastinapura Prapti is the Lakshya of the Pandavas, and you and I can have our own goals, outer and inner goals. You can have your academic goals of study, you can have the professional goals and excelling in them. You want to contribute in your own arts and talents to the world or succeed in that. Anything, you must have a goal first of all. And when you have to achieve the goal, you have to enter into the field of activity. And there you have to look into your own self and calculate all the good qualities you have. They're not sufficient. Always there will be the bad qualities or enemies inside and outside. Always to combat you or defeat you. Your main job is to defeat them. Then only the kingdom or success is yours. Then how I have to making use of my own resources and defeating the enemies can succeed in this war of Kurukshetra. This is what is the whole chariot scene. In that chariot, what are there? We told you already. The Ratha is there, chariot. In today's language, it is a car. And that Ratha is to be yoked with the horses. In today's world, they are the tires. And the horses have to be controlled by the reins there. In today's world, it is the steering of the car. And the steering by itself will not control the tires of the car to take the car to required destination. You need a driver. So there it was Lord Krishna driving, and in today's world, whoever is the driver, you appoint there. And who is traveling in the car or the Ratha there? The Arjuna there. In today's world, I. Okay, this much is second thing to be discussed, understood. Now the third one is what each of these Ratha represent in our own life, the personality layers, each of which we have to exhaustively understand, make them as powerful and beautiful and disciplined and possible, and bring the beautiful integration between them, the synergized integration of them equips us with such a power that not one, there will be hundreds of Duryodhanas, Karnas, or Bhishmas and Dronas, yet victory can be ours. Clear? Up to this it is understood. Field of activity, Kurukshetra, inner and outer negative qualities or the enemies called as Kauravas, and our own resources called as Pandavas. Apart from that, other Pandavas say, now we are in the chariot. In the chariot, each of them represent what we have to be clear. First, the chariot itself, the car itself, the Ratha itself symbolizes our own body. Every one of us have our own deha, body. Each of them we will tell. Then the losses, if they are not empowered or integrated, gains when they are empowered and integrated, that is our subject. We will just explain how. Now our youth being so intelligent, the data is enough for them to grasp and from them cull out for themselves. Therefore, what is to be done with our own lives, personality layers, for our own continuous, constant habit of succeeding in all our chosen endeavors. The first thing, the body chariot. Samatha, the chariot there, car there is the body of mind. Then the reins there, sorry, before that, the tires to the car and the wheels of the chariot or the horses which pull the chariot is our own senses. We have the senses, the eyes to see, the ears to listen, the nose to smell, the tongue to taste, and the skin to touch. They are called technically Jnanendriyas. So the sense organs are the horses, the body is the chariot. Then with what the horses are controlled, which is pulling the chariot called as the body, the reins. The reins, the lagam jo kehte hain Hindi mein, is called our own mind. So the mind is the reins, the horses are the indriyas, the body is the chariot. Now, who is controlling the reins? And through that, the reins, the horses, and by controlling the horses, taking the chariot called as the body to required direction, it is nothing but Lord Krishna there in our life, it is called our own buddhi. So, Sarathi is buddhi, reins are the mind, the horses are the senses, the body is the chariot. And who is the driver appointed by Arjuna? Krishna himself. And Arjuna himself is who in our own life? I, the one who has come into this world of Kurukshetra to achieve my own successes of outer and inner world. Samata, samajh mein aa raha hai na? Now, the non-positive aspects first let us see, then the positive things. I even need not tell you, you will be obviously understanding. Remember, if the chariot itself has got all the problems in it, can it start actually from its parking zone of garage onto the road? Is it not the importance of maintaining the chariot? No, how much Krishna must have done to protect the chariot all the 18 days of the war, while being at the war also and having gone to home every day after the war. Now imagine, right, first thing as a youth and throughout our life, the chariot of the body of ours, if we are not maintaining and managing it, not only in its external beauties, but also inside in its own vitality, strengths and energies, potentialities and immunities, can we achieve success in any of our works? Now the discussion is what for the next 5 minutes? The greatness of each of the equipments and their management and mutual interaction or integration. So Sharira Rupi Ratha first has to be kept intact throughout the life. With all your other inner and outer resources, if the body is not healthy, you can never achieve it. सारा ज्ञान है मुझे पूरा हिमालय को चढ़ने का, but the body itself has got the leprosy or any of the things or any of the polio or all. I can't even imagine, dream of that. I can only dream. I can't even go to the foothill of that. So there, the charity is the main one. It has to be kept intact. So you and I, as the youth, to succeed in our endeavors of life, first care we have to take is of the deha, the body. It has to be throughout life strong and energetic. How to do? You all the wise people, you know it. The right food, the right exercises, etc. are the ones made a habit. Har din half an hour you have to give to body to keep it intact. So body is taken care. Now, the second aspect of the chariot are the horses. If the horses are unruly, uncontrolled, weak, dilapidated, going in the direction whichever they want, can the charioteer take the chariot to the destination, the driver? Can the owner of the chariot or seated, whoever there is Arjuna, can he do his battle of life to his own success? He cannot do. In the same way, you and I, as the persons wanting to succeed in our own life and add to the success of the nation or the world, in the second aspect also have to be very careful. All our five sense organs which represent the horses, if they are unruly, if they are uncontrolled, if they are indisciplined, if they are tired, exhausted, fatigued in their own indulgences, with that most ineffective indriyas, like if you are in the class seated, if you are audition capacity of ears, if your ability of the seeing with eyes is weakened because of watching TV or anything you want, with that ineffective personality or ineffective sense organs, do you think you can achieve success in your own endeavors? Padai mein kaho, naukri mein kaho, impossible. So there, the horses are given a good food, More than that, they are trained discipline in such a way that when Krishna wants the horses to take the chariot right, they take right. Left, left. Daudao, daudaenge. Ruko, rukenge. So all our indriyas have to be in this way mastered if we have to succeed. So this is a simile. Third one, how the horses are controlled by Lord Krishna? Is it not because of the reins? And what are the reins in our life? Our own mana. If the mind is not properly held and controlled, through the mind, the reins only, the sense organs called the horses can be properly disciplined, channelized. If the reins are not there, they themselves are dull-witted, टूटे-फूटे हैं, उसमें energy ताकत नहीं है. You are trying to control, like पतंग उड़ाने का. Huge kite you are flying, but the thread is not good. थोड़ा जाते उखड़ जाता है, then it is gone. So too, you are having a steering to drive a very good car. In car, everything is good, but the steering is not proper. You are trying to move it, suddenly हाथ में आ गया मानो, whole thing is collapsed. So the reins called as the mind also is to be fully equipped in all its positive values or emotions or all its attitudes, etc. When that mind that way is integrated, whole Bhagavad Gita talks about this only. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is going to teach us all the techniques of managing each of the personalities, empowering them, integrating each of them, so that each of us become a habitual successful person in all our endeavors. We are trying to explain the importance of each one. Body, chariot, we have to take care of it. Senses, the horses, they have to be disciplined. The mind and the reins, we should not allow the mind with all its indulgences to become so weak, to become so frustrated, depressed, dejected, and ineffective that the glorious goals we keep in front of us, we are not able to achieve. क्योंकि मन में मूड नहीं है, मन में ताकत नहीं है, मन में जोर कम है, वो कमजोर है. Array, the nation is filled with such youth who are lost in their own mind for the trivials of the things of the world. The country will collapse only. An individual as well as total. It's successful only. His mind is in his own hand. And how to do? We are going to have a lot of shlokas. Okay. The fourth one is the charioteer, the driver, the Krishna. In us, the Buddhi. If the driver doesn't know where the destination to go, what is the road en route, what are the obstacles will be there, turnings to be taken, and he doesn't know how to manage the chariot or the vehicle when it breaks down, he doesn't even know the driving of it, if he doesn't know the traffic rules, etc. How would be the journey of that person who is seated in that car? Like you are going for a Tirtha Yatra. You rented a car. Driver is there already our business. The driver doesn't know how to reach. Instead of shortcut, he takes a long cut. He doesn't know how to brake when the speed breakers come, how to stop the vehicle. तो नरक की तरह होगा उनको journey. But imagine a matured, experienced driver. You know, so and driver has to be so matured in any of the journey. In him only, the journey ka maja bhi, reaching the destination also for the entire group happens. Imagine a driver who knows where to reach. Shortcut he knows. He knows all the speed limits of each of the towns or the highways or the bypasses. Is it not? He knows every part of the body of the car, let us say. Brakes ka, sab cheeze, engine ka, bonnet ka, tire chadana, all of that he knows. And also he understands the people who are there. The old people are there, the youngsters are there, children are there, women folk. उन सबको मन में रखकर if the driver drives the car, it is a suhana safar. You will enjoy only the journey. And Krishna was like that. You know, in Gita, it was Krishna who made Arjuna get protected from the arrows of all those. Arjun to Krishna ke piche chupe hi rehte the. Krishna was negotiating the chariot to protect Arjuna from the powerful weapons of all the enemies. Therefore, Arjuna could again fight from his side to eliminate them. And who is Krishna, the charioteer, the driver, who is in the Yuddha? In our life, it is our own most important aspect of life, called our own buddhi, dimag. The buddhi of ours, intellect of ours, with the guidance of Shastra and the elders, is not clear about the goal, not clear about the means, not clear about the problems that come en route and how to negotiate them. not clear about how to manage oneself, such a buddhi rahita youngster or anybody, do you think he will succeed in life? Is it not? Therefore, the whole story is what? If the chariot owner Arjuna have to succeed in the war of any of the goals, the buddhi, first of all, should be fully equipped with the goal to reach the means to achieve. By the way, each of you youngsters, are you clear about your own goals, your own personal goals? The study related goal, the job related goal, the financial position related goal, your social goal, your family goal, the national goal. Every one of us must have goals in all these levels. With those goals set in our life, continuously put efforts to achieve them. That way, the whole life should be the saga of learning, performing, achieving, and offering it to the whole nation. ऐसा होना है सारा youth. And my youth of our nation are full of all these abilities. Only few of the ideas, guidances, they have to get that solved, and they are ready for that. The Lord Krishna through Geeta, long back already has given. We are just opening few of the things from that. And along with all, if you have also the cultural goal, the spiritual goals, nothing like that. Such youth who have got the ideals, aims, visions, goals in front, and fully equipped intellectually with all the knowledge, fully having the mind controlled, fully having the senses disciplined, fully having the body intact with its health and energy, and ready with all the good values inside, and all the power to defeat the outer enemies, like inner enemies, like that of Kauravas. He will be successful in every of the endeavor. Now remember, if each of these things are not there, and every one of them are good, let us say, buddhi is intact, mind is intact, senses are intact, body is intact, but इनके बीच में coordination नहीं है तो, integration नहीं है तो, synergization नहीं है तो, you can never achieve. Therefore, this chariot scene of Kurukshetra Yuddha itself teaches us the secret of success in any of the goal we choose. So the body has to be healthy, the sense organs have to be disciplined, mind should be fully in our control, intellect should have all the wisdom of the goal and means and managing en route. With this preparation, let there be in the Kaurava side the enemy, the Bhishma Drona Ityadi also, we will be sufficient enough, we are sufficient in our powers to defeat all of them and reach to the success. What is success? Enjoying the kingdom. Arjuna could do all that. That's how he succeeded in the Yuddha and he enjoyed his Rajyam outer first. Thereafter, in all other inner spiritual goals also, he succeeded. So, this is how from the Bhagavad Gita scenery, few of the secrets for success we have learned through the means of understanding our personality layers and how to master them, manage them, integrate them. And with that integrated personality, no goal, academic or educational or national, social, spiritual, is non-achievable. Everything can be achieved. So, my dear youngsters, this is today's thought for us. So, when we come tomorrow, I'm just imagining it's only an idea, it's a planning, it's a beginning. Maybe from each of the chapter, there are 18 chapters. From each chapter, maybe 6 or 8 thoughts we take out and try to empower ourselves in knowledge as well as inspiration so that we live a life of success, giving fulfillment to ourselves and giving the joy to everyone and remain as an inspiration again for the subsequent generations. Let us try for this. And my request for all of you, listen this talk coolly. Whatever the thoughts you like, note them down and see to it that they are thoroughly, convincingly learned and implemented. Your success is your success. Your success is success of your parents. Your success is success of the nation or the world. Your success is success of the entire human race, nay, the whole globe also. Be sincere in this understanding. And the request, not allow to lose this inspiration for the trivials of the world. They have their own place, but not at the cost of your own glorious life. When you look back after 50, 60 years, there should be celebration and achievement of every moment. That should be our goal. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Same time around 12:30. Hari Om. Lord bless all of us.